So I welcome you all to this next session of Cloud Computing MCA2 Academics. Currently, we are discussing the third chapter and second chapters case studies like point that so we have discussed the para virtualization concept with respect to the Zen. Then today we are going to discuss the full virtualization concept with respect to to VMware technology. VMware is one of the company. Let me share the PDF document notes with you. So students, I welcome you again at this next session of our cloud computing academics MCA2. We are discussing cloud computing virtualization techniques with respect to the hypervisor syllabus and chapter. To start with the session, let me share the one or two points with respect to the syllabus and concurrent evaluation with you. We are at the middle juncture of our syllabus. We have almost complied with all the first three chapters with the as per syllabus. The only 2 points have been remained. The today that is the full virtualization, and the next on the Saturday we are going to see what do we how the Microsoft Hyper-V concept, that's a hardware virtualization concept is there, hardware assisted virtualization concept, and that's why we are going to complete with the 50% first three chapters of our syllabus. Next, that's from next week onward, that's the 2nd November onward, there will be the concurrent evaluation term and examination. This timetable shall be shared with you by the department very soon, by today or tomorrow. And as per that timetable, there will be the examination of the concurrent, that's a pre Diwali vacation examination. And also, I have shared the one question bank at our Google Classroom that is very useful for your university exam preparation, because it's been a compilation of the last 5 years question papers of the university. And I have requested and informed you also that please be complied with the solution of that question bank at your register and submit it online at the Google Classroom. And I am very happy to share that some of the MC2 students have already submitted that question bank solution, namely Nikita Chaudhary, Sheetal Kashmire, Tanvi Rathod, and Mita Baru. I congratulate all of them for the timely submission of the question bank solution, and also inform to other that please submit question bank solution as early as possible, because that will help you to prepare for your examination. It is not for the purpose of myself, it is for the well preparedness of your all students category with respect to the university examination, so that it will be helpful to you for your university exam preparation. Otherwise, it's just a submission, be it handwritten, take a one new or might be used, semi-used, somewhat used register notebook, and literally write it down by using some of the notes already provided you at the Google Classroom on the WhatsApp group. At you are also taken provided with the some of the books through our DMI library. Do use all such resources. Do use some of the online resources from the Google or other also, and write it question and answer as it is. Okay, try to write it very with with some sincerity, so that it will be like preparing yourself for your university examination. So with this brief, I am going to start with the session. Let me share the screen with you. Today we are going to see the full virtualization concept. Up to the last session, we have seen the para virtualization and other point. Today we will see the full virtualization with respect to the VMware technology. These are the some of the study notes I already shared at our Google Classroom. So, what do we mean by the full virtualization as such? The full virtualization technique is used to provide the VME, that's a virtual machine enterprise, the complete, which simulate the complete underlying hardware. Okay. Now, till the point in the para virtualization also we have discussed that the some of the OS resources has been shared, virtualized, some of the network or like other resources has been virtualized. But in the full virtualization, it is expected that we should virtualize or simulate all the resources up to the level of underlying hardware. Then that hardware will be in a capacity to run the instruction of application directly on its own. That is like the, you can say, the placing a application or user defined customized application or software directly on the hardware and making it executable. That is a virtualization, means that application will itself run as a OS irrespective of the guest and host and guest OS. We have seen the concept of host OS and guest OS. Host OS means the OS which is being of the native hardware, and the guest OS is of the virtual machine. But bypassing all these both OS, guest and host OS, that application should be able to perform and execute. That is the meaning of full virtualization. We will see this in one diagram, that this is a full virtualization technique. Okay. Now, this is the full virtualization concept diagrammatically or graphically depicted. Let's see, the some of the user application can directly interact with the underlying hardware, and that can be executable or direct execution of the user request with respect to the underlying hardware. Now all of us knows that computer science जिन्होंने भी अभी हम सबको ये पता है that the underlying hardware does understand the only language of the binary. That's the language of 0 and 1. That's why that whatever the such a direct requests are there, that should be first translated into the binary language. That is a binary translation, and then accordingly hardware can be made executable for that purpose of the user applications. That is a ring 3. Then the underlying are the guest OS, that's a ring 2 and ring 1. At the ring 1, there is a guest OS, that's a OS of the virtual machine. Then VMM, that's a hypervisor, you can say. Hypervisor that may or may not be assisted by the underlying host OS. Okay, in this diagram, there is no host OS, but if there is a type 2 hypervisor, then it may have the underlying host OS. Type 1, that is a bare metal hypervisor, which don't have the any host OS, that is directly on the hardware. That is the meaning of our full virtualization. Now we will see what do we mean by the full virtualization technology as such. Understanding the full virtualization, this is a white paper published by the VMware itself. VMware, that's a virtual machine where it's a one of the company which is providing the virtualization technology, hypervisor technology to the cloud service provider, that's a CSP, and that company has published this particular white paper. What do you mean by the white paper? The white paper is nothing but the technical details of the products or services provided by that particular company. That is the white paper, the basic meaning of the white paper. Okay, we will see that how the now we have seen the introduction, that how the VMware, we will see the introduction, that how the VMware was established. This is the block diagram of the VMware, timeline of the VMware virtualization technique. I request all of you to please mark your attendance at chat box. By 1990s and late 1990s, during 1998, there was a VMware founded. Then the workship, then VMware server ships were there. Then by the 2005, they have come up with the first Gen V1 Linux Para virtualization 2004. Then Gen V2, that's a version 2 Linux Para virtualization. And then onwards, they have come up with the version 3. And currently, they are dealing with the full virtualization technology. That is a meaning of you can say the history of VMware company. You can go through the PDF provided at the Google Classroom. Then what do you mean by the overview of x86 virtualization? Now, what do you mean by the x86? अगर आपने ध्यान दिया तो whatever 8086, those who have studied the electronics somewhat, these are the basic chips under the computer motherboard. That's 8086, then 80186, 286, 3. That's a generation of computers are there, 386, 486, like that, 586. Pentium computers were there, and nowadays there are the computers with the bigger and bigger capacity. That's a quadra core, like Penta chips are there, and accordingly they are being used. Okay, that is the overview of that is meaning of x86. Now what do you mean by the virtualization of that x86? Okay, now this is a diagram that the x86 virtualization layer, if you are seeing correctly, that's a there are the number of resources like disk, NIC, that's a network resources, network interface. NIC means network interface card. Then the memory resources are there like a RAM and CPU, that's a processor resources. x86 architecture is there that way. Then it will be interacted through the VMware virtual layer. That's a VMware company's virtual layer will be there. As I have told you that the VMware is a one company who is providing technology that might be hardware or software technology with respect to the virtualization one hypervisor. Okay, then each then virtual machine. These are the virtual machines. Okay, that number of apps are there. Then the operating. This is the guest operating system, and see all the resources are also there. As like the bottom resources, each VM will have the all the resources. That is the meaning of x86 virtualization. Then the hypervisor manages the virtual machine, monitors that host the virtual machine. Hypervisor, that's this is a VMware virtualization layer itself, the hypervisor. The hypervisor is like a VMM, number of VMM, that's a virtual machine monitors are there. Then the enhanced functionality shall be there. Enhanced functionality shall be there. Hypervisor manages the virtual machine that hosts the virtual machine. Then what we can virtualize? Okay, as we have discussed, that's what do you mean by the full virtualization. You should be able, or there should be the virtualization of the all hardware resources also. Now hardware resources like you can see the hardware resources like CPU, memory, NIC and disk. These are the hardware. You should be able to virtualize them also. Then the first we will see what do you mean by the CPU virtualization. Okay, CPU virtualization. Now what for what purpose that CPU is being utilized? CPU is the central processing unit. It's being utilized for the processing the user instructions or the incoming instruction, rather to say that incoming instruction can be of the type of the user instruction. User can give the instruction, or the instruction generated by the operating system. These are the system instructions and the user instructions. Okay, now system will generate the instruction in binary language itself, because that OS knows that the underlying hardware is capable of understanding binary language only, but the user will not be able to generate the instruction using the binary language. That's why it has to be, means the user request has to be first translated to the binary, and then it can be directly executed. Okay, that's a ring 3 we have seen in previous diagram also, that the direct execution of the user and OS resources. OS is also giving request to the underlying hardware, and user is also able to give the request to the underlying hardware by bypassing. All bypasses are there. Okay, means there is no in between OS here, host OS or guest OS. User application will directly interact with the underlying host computer system hardware. That is a CPU virtualization. Then what are the techniques to do the full virtualization by using the binary translation? Okay, now as we have seen that so there is a need of binary translation to translate the user instruction into the machine understandable code. Otherwise, machine will not understand what user is instructing, or what is the user's request, what is the request of user. Okay, for that purpose, that has to be a there has to be a binary translation, and that binary translation can be done like this is the by figure of the binary translation approach to the x86 virtualization. See here, there is a compartment. अगर आपने पहले देखा तो there were no compartment. Okay, ring 2 or ring 1 में there were no compartment. Okay, now there is a compartment in between. That's a ring 3, 2, 1 and 0. 0 means the very close to the host system hardware, that VMM or host OS will be there. Then the guest OS will be there. Then direct execution of user request will require the binary translation of the OS request. Okay, that's why that will be simultaneously done. Means whatever the user apps user request will be there, they will be simultaneously processed along with the OS, that's the operating system request, so that there will be the, you can see there will be the, you can say the default translation of that code, user code, in a binary code that is directly executed on the processor of the high performance. Each virtual machine monitor provide required the each VMM all services of the physical system, including a visual BIOS, virtual devices, and virtualized memory management. That's how our combination can be there, and that combination can work out. That is the first technique to do the full virtualization using the binary translation. Then the second technique, OS assisted virtualization. Okay, there will be the virtualization ओएस वर्चुअलाइजेशन लेयर, अगर आपने यहाँ पे देखा तो यहाँ पे वर्चुअलाइजेशन लेयर नहीं VMM है. ओके, वेयर एज इन द सेकंड टेक्निक देयर इज अ वर्चुअलाइजेशन लेयर. Whatever the direct code request will be there from the user, it will first come to the virtualization layer. Hypercalls will be there between the virtualization layer and non-virtualization OS instruction. That's a para-virtualized guest OS. And simultaneously, that virtualization layer will translate that OS instruction into the binary instruction by using the para-virtualization approach, and thus we can have the full virtualization for the OS assisted for using the OS assisted virtualization or para-virtualization. Means by applying the para-virtualization, we can make possible the technique or technology of the full virtualization. Okay. Now this again PDF is provided. Please go through this white paper. It's a very useful one. You can, it is a very useful one for your career also, because many nowadays there are the certification examinations of the cloud and every platform, and for that purpose you require to have that particular things. The third technique, that's a hardware assisted virtualization, that is a direct execution. Then the guest OS, then the VMA will be there, non-root mode privilege levels will be there, root mode privilege will be there, and accordingly by using hardware assisted approach we can achieve the full virtualization also. We can also have the memory virtualization possible. Memory virtualization, see, that's a virtualized memory, virtual memory address and the physical memory address has been mapped together, and accordingly they can be, machine memory can be accessed. Then device and IO virtualization also possible in the full virtualization. Means you should be able to work upon that full virtualization. See, when we are using mouse and other input devices like keyboard, it's a virtualization only because we are using that same device for the number of applications. Okay, that's a virtualization only of input and output. Even devices like storage devices and hard disk or other, that is also one kind of virtualization. This is the summarization of the current state of x86 virtualization technique. You can go through this table. That's whatever we have discussed is given here. That what is the performance. These are the some of the parameters that which technique is being used. Guest modification and compatibility, performance, then used by who is using this, and guest OS hypervisor is independent or not. That's how we can apply the virtualization technique or full virtualization by using the VMware technology. This white paper and some notes have been already provided to you at our Google Classroom. I again request you to please go through all such notes and Google Classroom so that we will be able to have the, you can be able to have the your points clear. Okay. Sorry, unknowingly I kept my mic unmuted. Okay, these are all the notes provided to you at your Google Classroom. Please go through that so that we will be you are in a position to get the information regarding virtualization techniques. Okay, these are the some of the notes provided that what do you mean by the full virtualization. In the full virtualization, the primary hardware is replicated and made available to the guest operating system, which executes unaware of its abstraction and no requirement to the modify. Means that primary hardware, underlying hardware will be replicated, simulated, and made available to the guest OS. That is the meaning of full virtualization. And what do you mean by the binary translation? Widely used as a x86 architect, and that's why there is a need of binary translation due to this different behavior occurs to the instance which is not run and which normal virtualization environment where the guest OS is in ring 1. Basically, a trap is created and the method in which it manages the solution, that is a binary translation. That is how we can and that's there is a need of binary translation. You can go through this diagram also how it has been done, a full virtualization reference model for your reference. Then what are the benefits of that measure of that binary translation? That this kind of virtualization delivers the best isolation and security for the virtual machine. It's truly numerous guest OS can execute concurrently on the same hardware, means number of guest OS can be there. Its only implementation needs no hardware assist or operating system assist to virtualize the sensitive instruction as well as privilege instruction. Some of the disadvantages are also there of the binary translation. It's a time consuming at the runtime, acquire the large performance overhead, employ the code cache to stop the translated, and the performance of full virtualization on x86 is up to 80 to 95%. That's of the host machine. Means you cannot ideally and technically simulate 10%. It will be the throughput of up to the 80 to 95%. Okay, something with respect to the full virtualization. So let me conclude the session over here. Wish you all the best for your concurrent evaluation. Next Saturday, we are going to see the Microsoft Hyper-V concept. Thank you for your patience listening.